Jeremy on the left, Todd on the right. There's so much pressure on the card Blood Moon here in game one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure anything else matters.
And this is sort of the issue with playing specifically red-white Prison. The Sun and Moon deck doesn't offer any card selection, so he's just drawing to Blood Moon. If you're wondering, there's no Magus of the Moons to supplement. Of course, Escape Ship should have some stuff to deal with that. There's Lightning Bolts in Jeremy's deck.
No card selection. Don't let these 4 Temple of Triumphs in Todd's deck hear that. He scries one to the bottom on the first turn.
With apologies to Scrylands.
For Jeremy, it's going to be Sakura Tribe Elder. The Scape Shift deck is very consistent and very redundant. You should expect he does just about the same thing every game.
Mm-hmm.
And now that Todd knows what he's looking for, you see turn 2 plays a Temple of Triumph. He could have made a turn 2 Chalice of the Void for 1. No interest. He knows it's not good here.
Yep, this is just not the matchup for that.
I do like this play, though, from Todd. He's going to play Chalice of the Void for 0.
Tell me why you like this play.
There are 2 copies of Summoner's Pact in Scape Shift.
All right.
And that is really the only 1 mana spell in this deck is Lightning Bolt.
Right. Setting it on a 1 is terrible, and setting it on a 2 is probably too slow to deal with any of these ramp spells.
If your plan is to Blood Moon him, it just doesn't matter.
Sure. It's kind of a mulligan, or you hope that you can stop the Summoner's Pact from happening.
Yeah, we'll just be clear. This play makes sense because Chalice of the Void is an awful card in this matchup,
yes.
and it's going to be sideboarded out. So might as well get some value.
Sure.
Jeremy will sacrifice the Tribe Elder on end step. We go back here. He's got another Tribe Elder and Explore in hand. So he'll start with Explore. Draws a card. He can now play 2 more lands this turn.
Unfortunately, lands are about all that he has.
Well, that's okay with this deck. He's going to play Valakut Stomping Ground and Sakura Tribe Elder. So right now he has a Valakut and 3 mountains in play. You see under that Valakut, it is a basic forest.
Huge draw for Stevens, though. I spy the Dark Blood Moon.
I mean, yeah, that was exactly what he needed. Jeremy will never know that it came off the top of the deck on this turn, but a Game 1 Blood Moon is almost unbeatable for Jeremy's deck.
I think that someone's going to tell him. I think he'll find out.
Well, he'll be watching this at home and say, hey, wait. He probably assumed that when Todd scried to the top. Well, Todd did scry to the top last turn, right?
I ever tell you about the time that Todd Stevens top decked me?
He played 2 temples, and the second temple kept the Blood Moon on top.
Not scrying to the bottom isn't digging for a spell.
You said there was no card selection, and then Todd played out 2 temples and found his silver bullet in the main deck.
He didn't select anything. He just didn't get rid of it.
He scried to the bottom once. Turn 1. I'm going to call it on that. So now, Todd, yes, why not Chalice on 2? Well, it's because we play more than 1 Chalice of the Void in this deck. And this one's going to be on 2.
This will turn off some spells. Not that really any of the 2 mana spells are going to matter for here, but the issue, Todd can't get to 12 mana to turn off Primeval Titan.
Yeah, the only card, so what can Scape Shift do game 1 against Blood Moon? Keep in mind, the issue here is that Blood Moon turns the card Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle, into a mountain, which means no triggers, no lightning bolting with your lands. Jeremy's only play here is to beat Todd up with these 4 Primeval Titans and 4 Sakura Tribe Elders. And I guess he can throw the 4 lightning bolts up at Todd's face, but that's it.
And he had to sacrifice that Sakura Tribe Elder to get that forest so he'd be able to cast a Primeval Titan that he draws.
Right.
Otherwise, it would have been a better play to just attack for 1. Todd's not up to anything.
So now the players are going to trade draws here for a while. So you see there's 2, Jeremy's picked up 2 lightning bolts. It's a start. Todd, no finisher yet. He's drawn a lightning helix. He actually has all red mana now. He didn't have any basic planes. So Todd's deck's not doing much either.
And this is really, a basic planes would certainly help his position. 2 would be great, especially picking up this Gideon Jura here.
Yeah.
But Todd's deck is trying to stop both players from doing literally anything at all. You can draw your card, roll the dice, but go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200. That's why they call these prison decks.
Chalice on 1, Chalice on 0, Chalice on 2, Chalice on 3. Todd just played that. The Chalice on 3 actually, it hits Anger of the Gods and Search for Tomorrow. He may have been better off putting it on 1. And now Jeremy, it looks like maybe has drawn Primeval Titan.
And Jeremy's got a bunch of lightning bolts in his hand.
3 of them. Here is the big man, the 6/6.
Little promo art.
Yeah, I'm thinking Todd might have been punished for that Chalice on 3. I kind of want that on 1 mana right now.
Yeah, there's nothing significant that you would expect to see that they would counter.
Todd doing himself no favors with that Blood Moon. He has a Journey to Nowhere in his hand, but still. Well, first of all, we put a Chalice of the Void on 2, so that doesn't really matter. No white mana, though. Simian Spirit Guide the draw? Well, too bad Todd put a Chalice on 3.
He can't cast that 2/2. Not that it would do too much in the face of a Primeval Titan and triple Lightning Bolt.
Is Todd going to lose from here? I think he is.
Sure looks like it.
Oh, my. Primeval Titan swinging in. Todd's going to go to 12.
So Todd really, he can't get rid of his own Blood Moon.
Yeah.
Getting more white mana would certainly be beneficial, but he can't get rid of these spells.
Sure. Okay, I'm going to throw something out here. So Todd played the Blood Moon, and I agree with playing a Blood Moon with all these lands.
Yep.
I'm not sure he's supposed to play any
the non-zero chalices.
No, any of these other chalices.
Yeah, the 0/1 turns off Summoner's Pack. It made it less likely that Jeremy's able to find this Primeval Titan by turning off Summoner's Pack.
Jeremy swings it out. Todd's down to 6. Jeremy has Lethal Burn. So you see Todd for that turn discarded Anger of the Gods. So without the Chalice for 3, Todd could draw double Anger, for example.
Sure.
Kill the Titan. And yeah, some Lightning Bolts. Game 1 goes to Jeremy Jung on Scapeshift. That is, winning through a Blood Moon is
weird and wild stuff.
That's just like a fail rate of Todd's deck there. That's not supposed to happen at all.
And that's kind of the punishment that you end up with. I suppose there's only one legal red-white fetch land. So once you max out on Arid Maces, you just have to play some red-white duels, and just was not able to turn up basic planes. He does play 9 copies of planes.
Yeah, but still, by putting all those chalices down, Todd really hurt himself.
Yes, completely agree there.
All right, well, we're going to look at the sideboards here. That is a game that Todd would like to have. Okay, I was going to say the Scapeshift deck's very cold to Blood Moon. I mean, clearly it's not. We're going to look at Jeremy's sideboard, though. 1 Malira, 2 Chalice of the Void, 2 Engineered Explosives, an Anger of the God, a Trinisphere, a Sudden Shock, 2 Nature's Claim, 2 Relic of Progenitus, and 3 Obstinate Baloth.
So the Nature's Claim seems quite good. Todd's trying to cast a lot of artifacts, enchantments. That's going to do work here. The rest of the stuff, I could really take or leave.
Yeah, I mean, it might just be because you assume that this deck's all about Blood Moon. And I mean that. Todd's not going to win without it. There's a chance, I think, out of Scapeshift, you start boarding in lots of these cards. Like 3 Obstinate Baloth, yeah, sign me up. You know, 2 Relic of Progenitus, it's probably better than
draws a card.
Something here. Yeah, there's actually a lot of that. Engineered Explosives, no, you can't actually.
You think you might see some Malira beatdowns?
It's not unreasonable.
Sure. Todd's not leaving Anger of the Gods in his deck.
No. We'll look at Todd Stevens' side. 3 Leyline of Sanctity, 3 Rest in Peace, 2 Stony Silence, a Crumble to Dust, an Elspeth Sun's Champion, a Chandra Flamecaller, that's the 6-mana Chandra from Battle for Zendikar block, 2 Blessed Alliance, the last Anger of the Gods, and a copy of Wrath of God.
The only excellent card in this sideboard for this matchup here is Crumble to Dust.
That
you
one's
want to
phenomenal.
try to hit Valakut if you can do that. It's sort of like having more Blood Moons. And in this matchup, it depends on your personal philosophy. Leyline of Sanctity is reasonable. You could shut off Valakut. It's kind of like having more Blood Moons with regard to beating Valakut.
Yeah, I agree. I think that card's generally very good. Now, of course, you'd expect there to be some enchantment removal in Jeremy's sideboard.
Right. But this rest of the stuff, sure, you can reconfigure. You want to get these chalices out, so bring in more Planeswalkers. They're not exceptional here, but
yeah,
they're
Todd
fine.
might keep in a chalice to get Nature's Claim.
Sure.
At the same time, you don't always know if they're playing Nature's Claim or Reclamation Sage because it is a Summoner's Pact deck.
Right.
So locking out there and doing like the Blood Moon and then chalice out your enchantment removal plan is iffy.
You may run afoul of an acidic slime for all you know.
Yeah, there's some of that could happen. But we'll see how Todd boards this. He's got to feel like disappointed that game 1 went away. He had the turn 3 Blood Moon game 1, and his deck is really trying to capitalize on that.
Right.
Players can get ready for the second game of Jeremy Jung versus Todd Stevens. Over on StarCityGames.com, we've been running our weekly sale. This happens every week. We have a different thing on sale from the store. Right now, we are doing Kaladesh booster boxes and bundles. So bundles, also known as fat packs. You see those ones on the right, or on the left, rather. All these available in the store right now at discounted price. That one ends Monday at 10:59. So if you're looking to open some Kaladesh here, and there's a lot of good cards right now in Modern from Kaladesh, you're going to want to head over to the store. Starting Monday morning, we'll be changing to a different sale. So stock up this weekend and check in tomorrow for a new sale. All of that at StarCityGames.com.
Standard singles as well. This standard format is awesome. I've been playing a lot of standard on Magic Online. Big fan of Dynavolt Tower. These do-nothing control decks. Could not be happier that that's the direction that the standard format has taken. If you tell me that Carlos Ramao and Shota Yasuoka
Would be in the finals
playing
of the
in the finals of the Pro
It's
Tour,
a good standard format.
I'm on it. I'm all about it. I assume whatever decks that they're playing are where I want to be.
Shoto's got to be one of my favorite deck builders just ever.
I could literally never play a Shota Yasuoka 75.
No one can.
Yeah, only he can. Don't try this at home.
What did he tap at a PT with a bunch of Icefall regions? I remember that. That's in his resume. That a card never seen again in standard.
Yeah. And for a lot of players, if they play a deck that I would literally never play, and I know it without looking at their deck list because I know their style, I'm less interested in watching them. Shota's not one of those people. He's the only player that can register Guru basic lands and not be upstaged by playing those.
All right, we're going to go to our second game here. Believe Todd will be back on the play. I'm actually kind of interested in the play draw here. If it's all about Blood Moon, I don't know. You could almost take the draw on Todd's side.
Sure. Try to find that specific card. Of course, post-board with the Leyline of Sanctities. He sort of has redundancy on that front.
Temple of Triumph, scrying card at the bottom. Looks like Todd does have the Blood Moon in hand. I believe a Simian Spirit Guide to go next to it. Could be disaster for Jeremy if his first play here cannot get a basic forest.
Yeah.
Smartly, Jeremy's going to play a fetch land. The draw for Todd, Blessed Alliance. Yeah, it kills a Titan.
Sure.
Land go. Back over to turn 2, Jeremy Jung. As Scapeshift basically does every turn 2, he's going to play some sort of Farseek card. Some ramp spell. They're all the same.
Right. If you don't have any of that going on, the hand's probably a mulligan. Theoretically, against a deck like Todd's that hinges so heavily on Blood Moon, you could just keep a bunch of lands as long as 1 or 2 of them produce basic forest.
A bunch of lands on a Primeval Titan. You have to remember, Todd's deck does actually have some real pressure. We did not see it last game, but he has a reasonable number of Planeswalkers to end the game with.
Nahiri, Chandra, Elspeth, yeah.
Right. Sakura Tribe Elder's the play for Jeremy. Back on Todd's side, draws another removal spell. This one's a Journey to Nowhere. He's going to Blood Moon again. This time, Todd has a basic Plains in play, so
that's significant.
That matters. In response, Jeremy's going to sacrifice Tribe Elder, and it's actually very important that he does this right now.
Mm-hmm. And with the Blood Moon in play here, that'll turn off the Valakuts unless Jeremy is able to produce a Nature's Claim and get rid of the Blood Moon. It looks like Todd has a lot of removal spells, which don't necessarily shine in this matchup, but he needs to kill every Primeval Titan.
Yeah, if the Blood Moon sticks, those removal spells will win him the game.
Yes.
Jeremy finds second basic forest. Primeval Titan is online then.
And with Blood Moon in play, Todd's deck has no card selection.
No, Temples don't scry anymore. Nature's Claim you see shuffled to the front of Jeremy's hand.
It's a mighty good one.
And there's not actually pressure for Jeremy to use that just yet. That's kind of one of my favorite parts here.
He can take his time.
Colony Heart Expedition from Jeremy. Going to play a fetch land, but that's just as a mountain for now.
I like disguising the fact that he could make land drops.
And explore. He's got to actually put those counters on Colony Heart Expedition if he wants that to work.
But yeah, these are looking like missed triggers to me.
Gotta say it. We'll check to see if he actually did. Scape Shift and another land in his hand plays a fetch. Yeah, only gets one of the 2 triggers there.
Yep. And Jeremy knows that he missed the first one. He's not even going to try to argue that.
Yeah, but he's setting up for a quick kill here. You see Simian Spirit Guide from Todd.
Oh my. That I was hoping it was
Cast.
pitch Simian Spirit Guide, cast
cast.
Gideon Jura. This is much worse.
Yeah, you can claim and win almost on the spot here.
Yeah, there's
I believe Jeremy can win this turn.
Couple fetch lands in play, Sakura Tribe Elder in hand.
Well, he plays a land, gets a second counter. He sacrifices fetch land, gets a third counter. Nature's Claims away the Blood Moon, has sacrifices Colony Heart Expedition for some lands, has 4 mana up, Scape Shifts.
Yep. Todd has just 1 mana available. There's nothing that a red-white deck could do to really interact with that.
Yeah, on red-white, there's nothing I can think of that works here. Jeremy's not going to make the play just yet, though, it looks like. Sakura Tribelder the play. Stomping Ground, second counter on Colony Heart. He's just going to pass. So Todd gets another turn.
This could be disastrous if Todd just played another Blood Moon.
Yeah, if Todd had a second Blood Moon, that would work. He draws another Journey to Nowhere, so that's not going to do much. Yeah, so the line Jeremy had to do, if you're walking through it, was claim the Blood Moon, sacrifice a fetch land, counter number 2, play my land drop, counter number 3, then, before the Scape Shift, sacrifice Colony Heart, get 2 lands, then Scape Shift. There could be he does not have enough mountains left in his deck to do all that.
Sure.
Todd's at 20. I think he does, though.
It seems likely. He just has the 2 basic forests.
Yeah, and it would be 8 lands in play if he takes that line, so it would be a 36, not an 18, so it would be lethal.
And here comes the claim on the Blood Moon.
All right, claim on Blood Moon there. I mean, if Todd didn't have the second Blood Moon, none of this matters. Jeremy's killing him on the untap.
Right.
Blood Moon down, Todd to 24.
Yeah, specifically if my opponent is just hard casting Simian's Spirit Guide on the previous turn, I gotta figure the hand is maybe redundant Blood Moons, right? What else could it be?
Okay. Some easy magic here from Jeremy. He's going to sacrifice Colony Heart Expedition.
Go up to 9 lands. Not very difficult to deal 24 damage with 9 lands.
Hold on, I'm making sure he's got enough mountains here. That's strange that he would get 2 mountains pre-Scape Shift. So 2 basic mountains in play. He's got both his basic forests.
Still has an uncracked fetch lands as one of the lands that he can sacrifice.
That's good. Yeah, he's got 2 uncracked fetch lands. So you see there's 6 mountains in play.
14 total in the deck.
The deck plays 14, so it is just enough to Scape Shift here, as long as one's not in his hand. So you get 2 Valakuts and the remaining...
Well, he can get 3 Valakuts out of 9 lands.
Oh, he has 9 lands? Okay, we're fine. My mistake. Yeah, he's just fine. Sacks all the lands.
This is the most lands I've ever seen sacrificed to a Scape Shift.
Yeah, he'll be fine here. Does have 6. Yeah, he has 6 mountains left in the deck. Gets those and a stack of Valakuts. And that should do it for Jeremy Jung. Todd's going to make him show it.
What is this, 54 damage?
It depends on how many Valakuts he gets.
Sure.
Yeah, if he gets 3 Valakuts, it's 54.
So Blessed Alliance won't do it?
Don't think so.
28 is less than 54?
Yeah, he can gain 4. Yeah, 3 Valakuts. All these mountains see each other. All of them trigger 3 times. There would be, if you were worried about, say, an instant speed, the reason I said I wasn't sure is that it's probably better for Jeremy to get 2 Valakuts and then 7 mountains if he's worried about an instant speed land destruction spell of some sort. 7 mountains, 2 Valakuts is still 42. And then the Valakut's an intervening clause where if you put all the triggers on the stack and I blow up one of your mountains in response to get you down to 5, then none of them deal any damage.
Sure.
So I probably would have gone 2 Valakuts, 7 mountains. I'm not sure what card we're exactly playing around.
Yeah, instant speed land destruction, not exactly rampant in the history of Magic.
Yeah, it's one of the... Jeremy Jung 2-0 is your winner. There's like